Hey everybody, what is going on? This is Master Cloud here, and I am back with another cast of The Lord of the Rings, The Rise of the Witch King. This is going to be a 3v3 game, 1000k starting gold, or not 1000k, just 1k starting gold, and it is a user-submitted replay, so a special thanks goes out to Rego for going ahead and submitting this replay to me, and I'm very excited to bring this game to you guys. Now it looks like spawning in the lower center here is going to be the goblins at the 6 o'clock position, as Fenris will be commanding them. To his right, it looks like we have Dev spawning as humans. To his north, we are going to have Clandesty spawning as goblins. Then at the 12 o'clock, we have Ronaldo as Mordor. To his left, we have Radamel as goblins, so 3 goblins. And then finally we finish it off with an Agmar, whose name is, oh my gosh, Kebabdagat. Okay. We'll just call him Keb. Or Gat. Whichever I decide later in the game. Probably Keb. So, it is just a 1k game. It is a 3 versus 3. I'm assuming that they probably did top versus bottom, so I'm assuming that it's going to be a Mordor, goblins, and men versus the goblins, and Mordor. So let's see, as this game gets underway here, it's just a 1k, so we won't be seeing any early heroes, I doubt, from any of these players. Looks like just some regular goblin caves coming out here from Keb. And he is going to be bringing these goblins over towards the center. I'm confused as to exactly what he's going for. He might be going for the watchtower here, a valuable asset on this map. And this map is actually Dead Marshes, I believe is what it's called. It is a 6-player map. And what did that guy just destroy? Oh, was there a mine placed there by accident? I'm not sure. But he just destroyed it. Anyways, these goblins are going to be meeting up with some other goblins, and they're all going to be goblining around together with these other goblins here. So it looks like Keb and his ally, Clandesty, are going to be attacking Fenris here in the center. Now, what does Fenris' allies have? It looks like a Hall of the King's Men with a couple of units along the left-hand side, and Men has gone for... What has been gone for? I don't see a barracks at all. I just see massive farms right now. So Men here obviously not prepared for an early attack, so he doesn't have any units to help out his ally, as he is just going to be starting to get up some income right now. Has gone for a major economic build, but will it pay off in the end? It looks like he's not being attacked at the moment, so as long as the pressure stays on his allies, he will continue to make a ton of income. Needs to get up a barracks or something soon, though, in order to help his allies. Meanwhile, we do have a couple of units from Agmar here coming in. They are going to throw down the whirlwind spell there, or what is that called again? That is going to be the... I'll get to it. It is Fellwind. So the Fellwind there to grab those goblins together, and that's going to make it a lot easier for the rest of these troops here to finish off the remainder of those goblins. Now we do have additional troops reinforcing, and finally Mordor is going to be sending down a couple of orcs from his orc pit up here. He does actually have an extra pair of archers, and just going to continue to be working on his farming, so that he can start to get up a lot of income and possibly get out some of those more ferocious units, such as the Flying Nazgul. Keb here, continuing to help his ally Fenris. Fenris now has 3 goblin caves up, which is pretty good off of 1 basis. He could probably actually throw up another one if he has the money. Might be saving up actually for a hero at this point. Not a bad decision, especially for goblins. Azog, pretty cheap hero, and very effective, especially when combined with tons of goblins. Hard to pick out in there. And I think with these reinforcements from his ally, Fenris is going to be able to easily hold off this attack. He might have lost 1 or 2 mines, but in the end, this attack is going to be held off. And Mordor sending down more units here. They're definitely trying to break this opponent. I'm not sure going for the opponent in the middle, though, is the best idea. Might have suggested going for one of the side opponents, especially this one, who's just now starting to add barracks, and he's going to be adding 2 barracks, it looks like. Would actually like to see him just pop out a hero because of all that money he's going to be making from all the farms. Now it looks like these Mordor archers going to get overrun. That's going to push back that attack. More goblins being produced here from Clandesty, but I'm not sure that this is the right, or not Clandesty, I'm sorry, Radamel. Which one is Clandesty again? Is it this guy over here? Yes, it is. So Radamel here going for actually a goblin tower. Don't agree with this tower, especially this early. Towers are a little bit better, maybe a little bit later. Not sure you want to spend your money on it this early, but he does have up the Fisher and is going to be getting out those half-troll marauders, which can be very effective. I think this continuous attack here by the team to the north, though, is sort of been stifled, and they may need to sort of stop, regroup, and reconsider their strategy here. Go for some more powerful units, because right now they're just getting overwhelmed. They're just sending in their units to the meat grinder. There's just too many units here, and basically their attack has been held off, so they need to regroup, go for a different strategy, maybe go for some harass instead of this direct attack. Now there are enough goblins here to take out a couple of units, and a couple more archers show up, but there's just so many units here from Fenris, who's just pumping out endless goblins. Look at, he has each of his mines here producing, or not mines, but each of his buildings here producing one at a time, which of course is a very efficient way to spend your resources, not to have any queued up, but use that money for extra things. And he actually does have a Fisher out, half-troll marauders, and continuing to, there does go ahead and add on those extra goblin caves. So Fenris here doing a great job sort of pumping out those units and holding off that attack and spending his money quite well. Now it looks like we do have the Gondor Tower Guards and Gondor soldiers, as well as the hero Aragorn is out now as well. With that, Gondor is looking exceptionally strong. As the North team, they might be a little confused and wondering, where is the blue player? Why isn't he attacking? Where is his troops? Why haven't we seen anything? And actually, if you don't see a Gondor's troop, a men player's troop for a while, you should be wary of his stables. You should be wary of Coda, which can be extremely powerful and take out your entire base, your fortress, within seconds. But it is not going to be that for now. For Dev, he is just going to be going for those Gondor soldiers, the Gondor Tower Guards, and a couple of heroes. Now Mouth of Sauron is out for Ronaldo, and that is going to be enough, I think, to hold off this push from Fenris. Temporarily, at least. Mouth of Sauron is going to get a couple of kills here. This tower actually coming in handy here, and an additional tower being built. So these towers actually coming in a little bit handy here to hold off the counter push. I still think that cancel out both these towers and you get, Azog or whatever. It's probably going to be a more efficient way to spend the money. This troll going to go down, but going to take a couple of goblins with him as he flails and falls to the ground there. Mouth of Sauron kind of getting stuck here in the goblins. Doesn't want to be battling these for too long. He is losing a lot of health. Spider Warriors coming in from Clandesty, and these are going to be trying to run over some of these goblins. It looks like it is going to be another stalemate over here this time, but now we have a huge men attack. Looks like they're just going to be taking out this troll in the back. Boromir out as well now. Aragorn going to grab that experience, and now Clandesty is in a lot of trouble. Does he even know this is coming? I don't think so. He has a mine right here and a builder, but he doesn't spot this yet. And all of a sudden, he's probably going to poop his pants a little bit when he sees this huge army moving in from the south. And right about now is when he's going to realize, hey, my builder's under attack, my buildings are under attack. And we will see if he starts to pull back some of his troops. He doesn't really have a lot of troops. He has a couple of goblins over on the left-hand side here. But Agmar and Fenris here have been keeping him busy. Finally, they do hold off that attack. But now you can see he grabs all of his troops and he's trying to pull them back very quickly. He has Azog out finally, but it might be just a little bit too late. The men here actually not going for the fortress. It looks like they're just going to be going for mines right here. I don't agree with this. I think running in and going for the fortress right off the bat is going to be the smart choice. But for now, he's just going to be limiting the income of our Goblin player here. And actually, is he going to go to the north and try and swing around for Mordor? That is the question. Looks like Mordor now has out the Black Riders. And that is exactly what the men is going to be doing. So he's going to be running to the north here, drawing the eye of Mordor here and of the Goblins as they all have pulled back to this base to defend it. Little do they know that this army is headed to the north. There's a cave troll that's going to temporarily halt that movement, but with Aragorn now to level 4, grabs that leadership bonus, and all of these troops just became a ton stronger, 50% stronger, as a matter of fact, and 50% more defense. It looks like Angmar continuing to build up a large army here. Would like to see him get Hwaldir out to help out, to add that leadership bonus to these axe throwers and any pikemen that he gets out as well. Of course, all of those units sort of benefiting from that leadership bonus. Meanwhile, the Goblins here and Mordor going to catch up to the army of men, but as a select group of chosen men are going to remain here to hold off this attack. The remainder of the army is going to press forward, led by Aragorn and Boromir, a secret elite task force, around the backside, and I assume they're going to be going for the very exposed fortress of Mordor here. And with that, it looks like the remaining troops of men here left to hold this position are going to be overrun by goblins, as they will fall. This troop trying to track down the remaining men, but it looks like they are going to get through. Never mind. Here comes some Nazgul, and they are here to defend. Of course, there are pikemen here, which are effective against these Nazgul. The Nazgul actually can be pretty effective against heroes. Aragorn might want to use his Blade Master ability, but these Nazgul cannot stand up to the Gondor Tower Guards, and they are immediately going to get poked to death. These archers doing a little bit of damage from the north. This fortress, though, now being upgraded, can Aragorn and Boromir get there fast enough to deal enough damage? Meanwhile, Fenris launching a huge attack while the goblins are distracted. Fenris sending in tons and tons of goblins. I don't know if I see any of his heroes in here or not, but he does have the half-troll marauders, which can do a bit of damage to buildings. Meanwhile, Angmar is going to be attacking to the west side. Karsh now out for him, a great choice. I love Karsh as a hero, so I do definitely agree with that choice. Would have liked to see maybe Hwaldir first, but Karsh definitely a good hero to go with here. And he is going to be coming out, adding that chill soul to the enemies nearby here. Meanwhile, on the top, Aragorn and Boromir managed to take out that fortress. Aragorn with the Blade Master does manage to take that down. Sorry, I missed that. But there's just so much going on right here. It looks like on the right-hand side, Clandesty might be able to hold off this attack from Fenris just a little bit longer. But the blue player is now going for the siege workshops, the Great Siege Workshops, as it has been upgraded. Boromir going to be going for this Orc Pit as well. And Mordor player in a lot of trouble here. Does he have a builder left? I'm not sure. I don't see one at the moment, but I would assume he has one around here somewhere. Aragorn going to be able to survive long enough. There goes the arrow drop. And can the Black Riders make it out of the workshop? They cannot. Aragorn destroys that just as it's about to fall. And Mordor here going to lose his last building. Does not have a builder, so he is going to be defeated. As, of course, if you lose all of your unit production structures and your fortress, you are eliminated from the game. And with that, the Mordor player has been defeated. So hats off to Dev. A great play there, running around the backside, going for the weak spot of Mordor, bypassing the goblins, and able to take out that Mordor fortress, which he saw was exposed, which he saw did not have the defenses there. So a great play there by Dev. Looks like we do have Azog out here for Fenris. He seems to have forgotten him out here in the swamp. Azog just kind of chilling among the trees and the water here, slowly healing. But without their Mordor player, I feel like the goblins are in a lot of trouble. This Azog up to level 5. And the goblin player here does have a very nice sort of SimCity setup with several towers, several goblin caves. What he doesn't have and what he needs is strong heroes in order to push back the attack here, or maybe like fire arrows on his goblins. But there's a lot of Angmar troops down here. There goes the summon. Karsh is alive, level 2. So I think this is going to be a very uphill battle here, and Drogoth, the Dragon Lord, now is out for the green player, which is Radamel. So he does actually have one strong hero out, and Drogoth going to be chasing down Boromir here. Might actually be able to get him. Does he have any spells he can use? Yes, he can use Fireball here in a second. Is going to get a little bit close here to some of Fenris's troops, as he is trying to push forward here, but he just does not have enough anti-air to take out Drogoth, and Drogoth is basically going to go unopposed right here. And yes, you can see immediately Dev here going to throw down several archery ranges. Is this the third archery range? No, this is a spider pit coming up from one of the goblins. And throwing down the blacksmith as well to go for those upgrades. This archery range already upgraded, needs to get out those archers to deal with Drogoth, who is basically going to be going unopposed here for the time being. Angmar needs to launch an attack too. Would like to see him expand. No, I guess he does have quite a few farms. Maybe adding a couple more farms down here would be nice for Angmar, as his base does seem to be very centralized. But is going to be launching that attack now. And against just a couple of goblins, I think that the Angmar troops are going to win. There is a mountain giant in here, which is a nice addition, although those are a bit more effective against buildings than armies, I find. Drogoth here going to be taking out the forward mine of Fenris, and this watchtower actually belongs to Fenris here, but I think that with the mine gone and no reinforcements sort of in sight, Fenris will lose this position. Drogoth needs to focus down this tower, definitely. And Azog here, up to level 7, going to be able to hold off any additional attacks from Fenris. However, Blue, once again, Dev going unopposed here, and actually upgrading the watchtower, or the archer range again, so he can get out archers very quickly, and of course that fire arrow upgrade, which will easily deal with Drogoth, the Dragon Lord. Now it looks like Angmar here able to go ahead and eliminate that mountain giant. Was able to easily defeat, actually catches the mountain giant in the back. The main army of green is trying to move down here, launching a huge attack on Fenris and take him out, but I think with his allies showing up once again, Angmar here, Keb, is doing a great job of just helping out Fenris whenever he's in trouble, sending the troops, and there is a fire drakes somewhere in here. Yes, there they are, and they just roasty toast those goblins for breakfast. Finally, Drogoth is going to go down. There's too many axe throwers here, and those axe throwers do focus down Drogoth, so he does go down. That's a big loss for green, and with that, the rest of his forces are cleaned up. Hardly any damage dealt here to Fenris, and I think that that is not good for the top team. Now, of course, a team of 2, Radamel and wow, I forgot his name. Clandesty. Clandesty, of course, does have Azog out and a ton of goblins, but these just aren't the right type of units right now, I think, for dealing with this sort of army from... Oh my gosh, there's so many goblins here. From his bottom team. I'm not sure what he needs. Maybe a ton of half-troll marauders. Maybe fire arrows. I'm trying to think what the goblins have at their disposal. I'd like to see maybe the Goblin King would be a great addition. If you're going for this many goblins, adding in the Goblin King, of course, once he gets high enough level, will give you that bonus. Now, Morgamir here out for Angmar, and they are going to be launching this attack. Now, it is going to be a little bit difficult because of how many towers are here. There is going to be definitely somewhat of a hold here from green. We'll see if Radamel is actually capable of holding this off, though. I know with 2 heroes in here, it will be difficult. Now, is he going to be bringing up additional troops? Does have another group down here. Not building anything extra right now. Would like to see maybe... Still doesn't have Hwaldir out. Hwaldir can be a good hero to bring out. Does throw down the spawn goblins there bonus. So this attack is going to continue. That's going to be the reinforcements for now. And now, finally, Men has built up his troops again. Once again, going unopposed. Has Gandalf out now. And looks like Fenris here going to be aiding his ally in the attack on green, setting up a forward mine. Ooh, a little bit of lag here, as there's just so many units moving across the screen. I don't think it's my computer. I think it's the replay maybe. But regardless, as all of these goblins are going to be reinforcing the group of remaining units up here for Agmar. And one tower goes down. This tower is almost down. This mine is going to go down for sure as these goblins continue to press forward here. We'll come back to that battle in a second, because we're going to have a second battle along the right-hand side as blue is going to attempt to overwhelm the white player here. The ground bonus does go down, but I'm not sure with Boromir in there. He's going to throw down the horn. That's going to stun almost all of these goblins. Azog is in the back, full health now, but Gandalf with a huge attack. Wizard Blast goes up to level 4 with that attack. And now going to throw down his Lightning Sword as well. And that's just going to start picking off tons of goblins here. Aragorn with Blade Master on, going to be completely destroying Azog here. Azog just cannot stand up to the power of Aragorn and his elite sword here. And with that final swipe, he is going to fall. Aragorn is victorious over Azog. And now just has a couple of remaining goblins to deal with, as there's just not enough here. There's too many men here. Gandalf now up to level 5 as well. The arrow drop comes in. That's going to take out all of those wildmen that were summoned in. And I think that the battle here is going to definitely go in favor of men. He does have additional archers coming out that can be used to reinforce. Karsh and Morgamir back at the base healing. Fenris continuing to push forward here, able to take out almost all of those watchtowers. This remaining one, or sentry towers, watchtowers, same diff. And with this remaining one, Azog actually focusing down the fortress here might go unopposed. Actually, as that final sentry tower does go down, this troll not going to be enough to stop the remaining attack here. A couple of fire drakes still in the mix here, and this fortress is in a lot of trouble. I don't think he has enough here to save it. He does have Drogoth out, but there's just too many units here, and not able to hold off the attack from both Agmar and the goblins. And with that, his fortress is going to fall. He does have a builder left, so he's not out of the game quite yet, but I'm just not sure he has enough here to hold off the follow-up attack here. Even if he holds off that current attack from Fenris, he's still got to worry about the follow-up attack here from Agmar, which is now on the way. And now the men surrounding the Goblin Fortress as they took out all of the troops earlier. I don't see... Yep, Aragorn still in here, full health. Probably used a heal to go ahead and heal up the remaining of his troops. And with the Goblin Fortress down, on the right-hand side, there's just not enough units here. The Summon Hobbits ability being used to add insult to injury, as Hoblets destroying your base is never what you want to see. Boromir going to be able to use this horn again, as his lungs do regenerate there, and able to blow in that horn again to frighten those troops around him. And Aragorn and Boromir continuing just to work on the unit production structures. I don't see a lot left. I think these are his last two buildings here, and the Spider Pit is almost dead itself. He has this. I don't think this counts as a unit production structure, though. It actually... I don't think so. So we'll see if this goes down, if he is defeated. And I think that Dev going to be sort of the ace in the hole here for the South team. Even though he sort of just sat back, saved up his resources, and built up a huge army. I guess this does count. So this is going to count as a unit production structure, but it's not going to matter. Radamel is going to be defeated along the left-hand side by the follow-up attack from Agmar there. And with that, Clandesty is going to be finished off, it looks like, as really he has... Okay, maybe that didn't count. Maybe he has an additional building somewhere around here. I'm not quite sure where, possibly up here. Yeah, he has a hidden base up here in the old Mordor spot. A smart choice, being able to build up those mines here, but just not able to recover after they lost that Mordor player. And he is going to go ahead and lose the remainder of his troops to Gandalf, now level 8, and Aragorn, now level 10. And he, of course, has the Oathbreaker's summon ability. So that is going to be a win for the Southern Forces. Congratulations to Dev as the humans sitting back, building an economic game, playing the economic game, and getting out those heroes, getting out those strong units, and going straight for the fortresses around the backside. A great and sneaky play, but a well-deserved win, I would say, as I think that strategy is definitely a legit one, especially when your opponents are going to let you sit back and do it. Unfortunately, the top team attacking Fenris, who of course had the help of his ally Keb, and now finally the Witch King coming out, a horrible, horrible hero for Agmar, but regardless, it doesn't really matter at this point. And Fenris and Keb able to hold off the attack, so congrats to them too for being able to hold off that early attack and then to take out, or to distract and take out the green player on the left-hand side. And it looks like, are we finally going to see the end of this game here as they continue just to look around for the remaining goblin builder? Looks like he is going to be rebuilding the fortress here to the north. I will go ahead and speed up the replay until they find this building, and then we will finally, the Witch King here showing up, realizing, hey, this fortress is not supposed to be here. And with that, the remaining Agmar forces show up, and this fortress is going to be finished. Actually has 2 builders remaining, but it just isn't going to be, he just doesn't have any army to hold off this attack. He has 14 goblin warriors queued up, and with that, he knows he's defeated, so he does go ahead and leave the game. Great play there by the South team. Great match, and I appreciate you guys all tuning in and liking and commenting on the video. And I will be back hopefully soon with more videos. And once again, a special thank goes out to Rego for going ahead and submitting this replay. Alright, that's all guys. Master Cloud signing out.